All right, so basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys how I get from this, how we get from that to this. All right, so this is the sample. Now the sample gets dragged into my simpler, as you can see there, right? So I have this duplicated, and this is the sample that's chopped. Now, once you see your simpler, you're gonna go down to your slice. Then I go slice by region. And on the region, right over here, slice by, it'll let you know transient, beat, regional, manual. I've got it on the region, and I have 57 regions. So the regions is basically the amount of slices that you want on that particular file that you have imported into your simpler. Now this is my baby. This is my push. Okay, so you see, like I mentioned earlier, regions 57 and slice by region, right? Regions are 57. So sometimes what you'll have to do, you can right? Well, what I end up doing is just cut, looking for whatever it is that sounds dope. But sometimes you'll have to nudge the actual file, or excuse me, the actual slice, right? So let me zoom in. All right, now these are the cuts that I use. And you can see it also on the graph in the simpler. Slice, which would be right here. If you need to actually move anything or whatever, you go to that nudge and it would move it to any position that you want. See, now that just changed the whole sound of what I wanted to do. I'm gonna undo that. All right, and then we're going back to what I wanted. So that's my cut. All right. Basically, that's the cut for the verse, or basic. But I was thinking originally to be the verse, but then I ended up putting both cuts together. So you'll see this one. We don't need that. We don't need that. So if you see here, exactly it's the same thing. I just duplicated the track and ended up doing this whole separate cut. And you'll see the cuts. And if you can see here, the same thing. I left it at 57 regions, and they're cut by region. All right, so we good. All right, so now basically what I got is I got me a drum loop. And what I like to do to my drums is add this bus compressor. Put it to my drum bus. Then we're gonna lower the threshold. Excuse me, raise the threshold. I like it somewhere between the 0 and 4. I don't want it too noticeable. As far as the dip of the compression in the drums, I just want that knock, okay? Because then if I increase or lower the threshold, right, you're not gonna hear those drums, right? It's squashing it, right? But I need some compression on those drums. All right, and my attack, I don't want it too sharp of an attack. I want a little bit of breathing room, so I'm gonna leave it at a 0.3. All right, this is all just trial and error. You do what feels good for you. All right. And now, if you see, over here on the transport, I increased or I raised my key 2 notes. The original note of this is B minor, B flat minor. All right, so what? B flat, that would be A sharp minor. Okay, so if I went up 2 and went to C minor. So my drums, excuse me, I went to my bass line, right? So this is gonna be the bass. And usually now with my basses, what I like to add is a little distortion to the bass line on top. So we're gonna go ahead and do this and put my Devastator on this. I already kind of know my preset that I like. And then I just from there adjust to what I want. Because I just like that distortion that it gives to the bass. Now what we're gonna do is end up putting some EQ onto the actual main sample itself so it'll pop in the mix. Put a little compressor on them, a little EQ. And since it's the same sample, I'm going to use the same EQs and compression values that I put on this track because I want it to be a cohesive sound. Sweet spot, right? Maybe between 3 and 7 might be pushing it in the compressing. So this is to me right here is maybe the sweet spot. Let's increase the ratio.